Hello and welcome to Toy Polloi 2, and today we have an unboxing, and I'm hoping that this unboxing will also solve a little toy mystery that I've had here at Toy Polloi. Back in the early 80s I was absolutely obsessed with the Ghostbusters movie. I made myself a Lego Ecto 1, I also turned one of my 18 figures into a Ghostbuster, and I made a few other toys out of pom-poms like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And it just so happens I have a photo of those toys that my parents took at the time. In that photo though there is a toy right at the front that I just don't know what it is, and I've been trying to track that toy down for many years, and finally I think I've found out what it is. So I've been onto eBay for quite a few months now trying to find that exact toy, and finally this week one turned up, so I bought it, and hopefully that is what is in this box, and I'll be able to tell you exactly what it is. So let's get on with the opening and see what's in this package. Okay, so here is the package. I've been keeping an eye on eBay for a long time to see if any of these will actually turn up. I found a few from Italy, but always the postage on those makes them sort of uncost effective to buy, because the figure itself is only worth a few pounds, and by the time you've added sort of 15 to 20 pounds postage on, it's just not worth it. But finally this week this lot turned up on eBay. They wanted £10 for 4 figures including a boxed one, so I grabbed those straight away and they have now arrived. So let's open up this package and I'll show you what it is. This is actually pretty exciting. As you can see here, they're really nicely packed. So let's open this. I haven't seen one of these in many years, and as I say, it was a toy that I remember having, but I just couldn't tell you what it was, and I don't actually know where it came from or how it sort of ended up in my childhood toy collection, possibly from a jumble sale or a car boot sale or something like that. I just don't know. But this is what it is. This is really well packed. And here you go. This is what I've been after for a very long time. This is a thing called a Super Charly. It's made by a company called Dullcop, which is a Italian company, and I can see that this is from 1977. And these are tiny little figures that are sort of dressed like cowboys or soldiers or firemen. And if we open this up, hopefully in here there are a few of them, including the little one that I showed you in that photo. So here we go. We have 2 of the larger figures. So we've got this cowboy, which is obviously the one that came in this package here. We have this guy who looks like a mechanic or something like that. He's got a couple of tools there. He's got a spanner and a truncheon, so maybe those aren't his original weapons. We have this tiny guy here who has a saw, but this is the one I wanted. This is the sort of figure that I saw in that photo and knew straight away was the one that I had as a child. So this is supposed to be a fireman. He's got a little fireman's hat on, comes with an axe, but you can see that is exactly what it is. So this is a Super Charly from Dullcop. Let me rearrange my desk and we'll take a better look at him. Right, so here you go. This is the figure that you can see in that photograph. This is a Dullcop Super Charly. They were made in Italy from about 1977 onwards. But I think the way I managed to get one of these as a child was actually they were produced for a Kinder Surprise as well. So you would occasionally get these as toys in Kinder Surprise. And I'm guessing that's the most likely reason that I had one in my collection.
Kinder, Yibbo Shaky, me unscrabbly. Shock-a-doobie! Doubly shock-a-doobie! Pop-swabble! Toy! Yodel yum and choco scrum with multi-pop swabble dies! Oh, grobbly! Me scrooble now! Snuggle! Whee!
Kinder Surprise from Ferrero.
We did used to get Kinder Surprise as kids. I don't remember getting this in it, but I think that's possibly the most likely reason for us to have one. I just remember it being a really nice little figure. Now these are quite interesting little toys because they remind me an awful lot of the Action Jax figures, because they are completely interchangeable. You just have to take the head off and then the legs come out and you can sort of pull them apart. So if we just pull the head off of this one, you can see there's a post inside, and that's what holds the legs on. If I pull those, if I remember rightly, you can pull those legs off, and then these, I think, detached. Yeah, that's right, you can pull them apart. So you can easily swap them around and make them different colours, which is how they made sort of variations in the figure. The arms as well, I think, do just pull off. They're held on with the ball joints, but let's put this poor little chap back together. I think even the hair and the hat are detachable as well. The hair, yeah, there you go, the hat just comes off. And the hair I remember being clipped onto his ears, which you can just see there. Yep, so we get a little bald figure there. I just used to love this little toy, and that's why this toy ended up in with my little sort of Ghostbusters setup. I'd made a little ghost trap for him. Didn't matter that it was completely the wrong scale. I was obviously just enjoying playing with this figure, and it's taken me an awful long time to actually find out what these are. I've been searching for years and nothing sort of came up, and then all of a sudden one day I was doing an eBay search and I saw one of these and immediately knew exactly what it was. I've never seen these larger versions though, so these are basically the same toy. They've got the same sort of construction. These are larger by sort of about half again, but it looks like they are the same construction, so I imagine we can sort of pull the head off this one. A little bit more awkward, so maybe we can't. Let's have a look at that. If I take the ears off, I don't want to break it because it's taken me so many years to find one, but they do look like they've got the same sort of construction. Oh yeah, I reckon that will come off with a bit more twisting. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, they are the same construction, just a bit larger. We can take those legs out and then pop the legs off. It's just really nice to finally have one in my collection. As I say, sometimes with toy collecting, it takes a long time to actually sort of work out what it is that you had as a child, because it may be that no one else had one of these. And certainly with this one, I've sort of asked people before over the years, do you remember a small toy like this? And without having a picture of it, it was very hard to describe, and nobody sort of knew what I was talking about. But here we are. After all these years, I finally have some in my collection. So this one is a little cowboy. He looks pretty much complete. The box shows him with yellow arms, but he's got black arms. So maybe a child has swapped those over, or maybe this is how it turned up. On the back of this packet, you can see there's some images of other ones that are available. So we've got the cowboy here. There's different versions of the cowboy, some Indians, some soldiers. There's even a horse. I'm not sure if I want to go down the route of collecting more of these, but it's certainly interesting to see that there are many available. And on the side, it shows you how to put the horse together, and it shows you how the figure is put together as well. That's a really nice little diagram there. So that was why I was so excited to get this box, because after all of these years, I finally managed to find a little figure that I didn't know what it was, and it turns out it's a Super Charly by Doll Cop, or potentially a figure that came with the Kinder Surprise toy. So now that I have this, it can go with the rest of my sort of oddities and little odd figures that I have in my collection. It's just a nice thing to have, and I'm really pleased that I've actually worked out after all these years exactly what this toy is. So I hope this video has been of interest to you. It has to me, because I have finally solved a mystery. If it has, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell to be notified each time I upload a new video. And if you really enjoyed it, then why not head on over to my main channel, Toy Polloi, and subscribe there as well. And thanks for watching.